Shalom Israel. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to YAHAWAH BAHASHam YAHAWASHI. Double honors to the apostles and elders of great millstone. Shalom to the elect men doing this work in truth and in sincerity. Right now, this lesson is going to just go into, the spiritual times that we in, man. Alright, so this is Jeremiah 28:8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence, which is what we have been doing. All right, the men of great millstone, starting with the apostles and elders, on down to us, pushing this word. All right, prophesying the downfall of this Babylon the Great, also known as America. All right, prophesying the fact of the chip is coming, which is here. All right, pestilence is coming, which is all across the world. All right, more great deaths is coming, which is happening all across the world. Earthquakes, diverse places, all that. All right, we've been prophesying about that, man, which goes to prove that we are the men of the Lord. All right, and it's actually here. On what happened on Saturday before going to camp. Well, actually, I camp. I heard about it. The Charlottesville riots. The fact that what happened over there. The Charlottesville riots, and what happened today in Barcelona. The terrorist attack that happened in Barcelona. And it's crazy because I was looking at CNN, and they were even astounded at the fact of these so-called prominent leaders, these so-called prominent leaders. Really, they're talking about African American leaders, so-called African American leaders, of how they not saying anything. Why they not stepping up, man? Because the thing on Saturday, I was basically some KKK, like basically Esau trying to push, his race war agenda. Was that's also coming. And they were saying, why is it that these prominent leaders are not saying anything? Why? Because they're hirelings, man. You get that in John the 10th chapter. All right, this is John chapter 10, verse 11. I am the good shepherd. This is Yahawashi speaking. The good shepherd giveth his life for his sheep, which he did. He put his life on the line for us. Yahawashi put his life on the line for us, so that we may receive salvation, man. All right. So, in turn, all right, for payback rather, we put our life on the line through the spirit and power of YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. Put our life on the line, going out there prophesying the downfall of this place, because that's considered treason, man. And at the end, the scriptures say that there shall be a great insurrection upon them that fear the Lord. But the point I wanted to make is that it says these guys that they were talking about on CNN, why they not out there doing the work, man? Why they not out there speaking for their people? But he that is an hireling and not the shepherd, whose own the sheep are not, seeth the wolf coming and leaveth the sheep and fleeth. All right, why you think most people not talking about that RFID chip, man? Most people that claim to be shepherds, man, of the sheep. All right, because they're hirelings, and the wolf catches them and scatters the sheep. All right, but on the contrary, we always doing videos on the chip, on the, on recent news, on the downfall of this place, because that's our job. Okay, this is Ezekiel 7 and 14. It says, they have blown the trumpet, even to make all ready, but none goeth to the battle. For my wrath, so I can read it again. Ezekiel 7 and 14. They have blown the trumpet, even to make all ready. And spiritual, because we coming into the time of the high holy day, called the blowing of the trumpets. And at the same time, what you have the total solar eclipse is supposed to be happening. And of course, Esau got to throw his nonsense in there with this Conor McGregor fight. So understanding the time that we're living in, the time that we're living in is coming in a time of great death, destruction. All right, great death and destruction, man. All right, so verse 14, they have blown the trumpet, even to make all ready. How are we making all ready, man? By telling them what's to come, man. By telling them to get right with the Heavenly Father before they get destroyed. But none go up to the battle, for my wrath is upon all the multitudes thereof. You know, and the Most High's wrath is coming upon this place. You know, it's been coming on all the world, man, with the nonstop terrorist attacks over there in Paris. You know, over there in Paris, France. You know, different parts of Europe. Just today, like I said, in Barcelona. You know, little small scurries happening over here, man. Riots, man. And I believe soon enough a false flag attack to implement to implement the chip even further, man, to make it mandatory. You know, brothers been saying how they could possibly do away with the dollar bill, man. Well, they will do away with the dollar bill via a terrorist attack. So all this stuff is happening, man. You know what I'm saying? It says the sword is without, and the pestilence and the famine within. He that is in the field shall die with the sword, and he that is in the city, famine and pestilence shall devour him. You know, so this is the times we coming into, man. This is what we're going to speak to you about, man. We're going to speak to you about the death, destruction that's coming to this place. Why? Because it's actually happening, man. You know, the scriptures speak of in Ezekiel the 31st chapter. When these things come to pass, and lo, they will come to pass. All right, know that it was a prophet among you. You know, so for you scoffers and scorners, and all those that come up against the men of the Lord, hey, you're gonna die, man. All right, because this is actually happening, man. And this is power that we speaking, man. This truth, this is power, man. Because the thing that we speak of was written freaking thousands of years ago, but it's actually happening now in your face, man. It's actually happening now in your face, man. You know, so let me get that. Isaiah 30 and 20. And though the Lord gave you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner any more, but thine eyes shall see thy teachers. All right, and you seen us out there on the highways and byways, man, as good shepherds, you know, to the flock of Israel, man. Predominantly, at this point, the elect of Israel. All right, we out there telling you what it is, man. We blowing a trumpet, you know, which in the scriptures, the trumpet could be blown for different reasons. But this reason, you know, it could be blown for the siege of a city, like in the book of Joshua when we took down Jericho. It could be blown, you know what I'm saying, for a war cry. I believe it was, I had just read up on of how, who was it, Ehud? He basically killed the Moabite king in Judges the 3rd chapter. And then once he, you know, got away, he blew the trumpet, man, symbolizing what he did, man. So it could be blown for war, all right, for the siege of a city, all right, for the Lord to take us out of this place, man. All right. So, you know, we out there blowing the trumpet, man. We out there on the highways and byways doing what we got to do, man. It says, let me see. We shall not be removed into a corner anymore, but thy eyes shall see thy teachers. Like I said, you seen us blowing the trumpet, man. We have been doing it for many, many, many years, man. It says, and thy ears shall hear a word behind thee saying, this is the way, walk ye in it. We turn to the right hand, and we turn to the left. All right, so wherever you look to the left, the chip is happening. We've been speaking about that. You look to the right, you know what I'm saying? Famine, pestilences, earthquakes all over the world, man. We've been talking about that, man. You know, so this world is going down, man. All right. And speaking on looking to the left or to the right, all right, we're gonna touch on. I want to touch on this total eclipse, man, because we all know, man, what that symbolizes. Men in the spirit, men of understanding. All right, this is Luke chapter 21. In verse 25, and there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars and upon the earth, distress of nations. And we see that constantly day in and day out. Just look at the news, man. Distress of nations, man. North Korea going against you know what I'm saying, you know, North Korea going against South Korea. You know what I'm saying? Israel going against Iran. You know, Russia going against America, and so on and so forth, man. That's the stress of nations, man. You know, that's why each and every nation, they spend they're going in debt, man. Like North Korea is going in debt. Well, North Korea is basically in a famine, but what? They still pushing out them nukes, man, because they know something's about to happen. All right. So it says, upon the earth, distress of nations with perplexity, as far as and as well as these false flags attacks and these, as well as these terrorist attacks, which we know, and men in the spirit know that they're false flags attacks, but nonetheless, it brings distress into a nation, man. I believe the brothers out there in the brothers in the UK, they brought out how there's martial law over there in Brussels, man. All right, so it says, and upon the earth distress of nations with perplexity, the seas and the waves roaring. All right, and you see that the seas and the waves, that's the world, man. The world going crazy. All types of just different stuff happening every day, man. But the signs, all right, so we see the signs, man. The trumpet is being blown, so take heed, man, because we are at the end. Get your shit together. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord is about to come bringing death and destruction upon this place. All right, and also don't take the chip, which is the RFID chip. Don't take that because the Lord said He's gonna pour. Let me get that real quick. Right hand. All right. The same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God. All right, and we all know what that RFID chip does, man. All right. And for those who don't know, basically you take that RFID chip, you give me allegiance to the so-called white man, Esau. All right. You're making it known that he's your God, man. You know. People just you gotta be spiritual about things, man. The fact that this place is falling starts off spiritual. The fact that we out there is spiritual, man. So we gotta be spiritual about this thing, man. It says, if any man wishes a beast in his image and receive his mark in his forehead and his right hand, the same